I think loving someone, even when they're not perfect, even when they're a little bit different, a little bit tired, a little anxious, I don't know, a little stressed, a little overwhelmed, is so important. I think sometimes you need to understand that someone's not going to be on their best behavior, best attitude, best performance, best well being all the time. And if you're going to treat someone worse just because one moment, one hundredth of the time, like 1% of the time, like you're not going to treat them well just because they're having one day they don't feel good. They're having one day they feel really underwhelmed. They had a bad day at work. They got in a car accident, or there was traffic and they're very stressed about it. If you're going to treat someone different just because their fuse is a little shorter, just because their attitude's maybe a little bit sharper or whatever, then I don't know if that's like a great sign, you know? I love someone who's intelligent, that you can just talk to them. You can just like, I want to pick their brain because everybody has topics, interests, passions in something. But if you can like figure out what that is, be like, oh, you love this TV show, or you love this character, or you love this place, this activity, this location, tell me about it. And they're able to like explore and expound stories, time, lore, experiences with you, and you're able to like learn and like pick their brain, and they have passion in a place, even if it connects with you, something that's mutual or something that's not, you know, whatever, no matter what it is, like being passionate or having an idea about something and be able to talk about it and converse about those subjects and topics is so cool. So I think dating someone who has the intelligence to have a great conversation, that has like the passion to describe life and their experiences and their goals, is so cool. A relationship won't make you feel whole. I think a lot of times we reach for relationships, we want love, we want connection, we want a boyfriend, we want a girlfriend, we want someone, then we can feel love. Then we can feel good about ourselves. Then we can feel that good positive attention, that good feedback. But we're reaching for that. We're reaching that because we don't reach ourselves. We don't have that love and that passion for our lives by ourselves. So we need to like showcase that and gather that from someone else, and their okayness, their validation on our part helps us feel good. So then the thought of them not being there isn't about them. Actually, it's about you, that you won't have that constant assurance, that constant love, because you've never had it with you, or what you've had is so minimal, and you're not even given time, because it's easier to grab and see the compliments. It's able to grab and see the affection. It's able to grab to see someone who wants to love you, even though you've never really found that in yourself. But you just want to grab it because it's easier to grab and see it here, or find someone new to talk to, even though it's not about them. It's about you and what you're missing, and it's easier to grab someone to make you feel joy, make you feel happiness, which you can, but it sometimes will sink when you don't have anything inside. Someone can live rent-free in your mind who's not right for you, who is not good for you. Just because you're thinking of someone, you miss someone, you have ideas about someone, or you daydream about someone, doesn't mean that someone is someone who would benefit your life, who is good for your life. Just because you're thinking of old times, old memories, old places, you go somewhere, you smell a similar perfume, you smell a similar cologne, you have a memory, it's the day, it's been 2 years, it's been 6 months, the day's line, it's their birthday. Just because you have an idea of them, just because they come in your mind in a moment, doesn't mean they have to reside there. And even if they're there for a moment, doesn't mean it's meant to be, and this person will and is better for you. You can let the idea come in and leave. It doesn't mean it's horrendous that you thought about them one time, or it was their birthday, or this day was this day when you did this one thing with them. It's okay. Find a girl that will love you with no money, or a guy that will love you when you're ugly and sick and old and wrinkled. Whoever you're with, you should feel like this person will be with me during the ups, during the downs, Well, I'm on the top of the world or I'm living in a dumpster somewhere. They're with me. They're with me for right now, and they want the best for both of us. But if it's not the best, if things don't go planned, if one of us can't walk anymore, if one of us has a disease, has chronic pain, if one of us, things happen that are unexpected, undesirable, they would still be there. They would still be there for you. And finding that person that would be there for you, even when it's not that desirable, or it's not that sexy, or it's not that youthful or beautiful anymore, they'd still be there for you. Losing a cat or a dog and finding them maybe in a corner, finding them in their favorite spot, curled up, laying down, and they're not getting up. They're not going to get up. And you finding them and having to realize that maybe they're still warm, but they're not sleeping, you know. I think finding them, why wouldn't you cry? Why wouldn't you be grateful for all the time that you had, you know? Why wouldn't you be grateful for the experiences and the buddy that you had for a long time? Yeah, maybe they threw up on the carpet, maybe they peed on the rug, maybe whatever. It doesn't really matter. But you'll love them and you'll miss them. But that can be hard when you find them. One of the beautiful things about being with someone for a long time is the way you guys adapt for each other and adapt to each other. The little lines you say, your vocabulary, the little nonverbal cues, the way you guys flirt or interact or smile, the way you don't say something but you're saying something, or you communicate with your eyes before you communicate with your words. Maybe you have little nicknames. You guys almost adapt to each other so well, and that maybe their slang and how they talk, that you kind of talk that way, or like vice versa. And it's something sweet, and like you almost adapt to each other, and you don't have to think about adapting to them. And like a lot of times you're not thinking about this. You're spending time with them, because the person you choose to be with will be one of the most influential people on your life, in a positive and a negative way. That they can impact your life so much, so that you kind of will adapt to them, you know, and it's kind of cool. If a girl doesn't want me, I don't want her. Sometimes I can be like, dang, you are so beautiful, girl. Look at you. Or I think this, or I say something, or I send a message. But if someone doesn't think that about me, they don't have to think I'm beautiful, but like if someone doesn't think I'm cool, I'm attractive, they like what I do, how I talk, that who I am, that I don't care how much I thought you were like the best person ever based off my small perception of you. Like if it's not mutual, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You aren't here to convince people to like you. It should be pretty obvious for someone to show some interest, to know who you are to a degree. You aren't here to convince someone, to show them all of you, then just to plead and to beg for someone's attention, their love. So if someone doesn't like me, I don't like them. You know, like I'm not gonna plead for someone's attention that I might think is interesting if they don't think I'm interesting back.